What does your current journal look like? I just showed you. Good stuff. How many journals do I own? Hey there, TOC Town Express. This is Lady Nick, your social media red guide. Well, I hope you've been enjoying some of the little changes that we've been making in and around and about our online community, as well as our on-site artisan admin retreat center. So today I wanted to do a journal tag with you. Since I did a Journal the Journey in my Traveler's Notebook series, I'm going to keep going and hopefully start journaling on a more regular basis. So I thought this tag would not only help you get to know me a little bit better, but start a conversation with other people that journal within the community, and hopefully we can spread the therapy. Okay, so first question is, how many journals do I own? Well, since I was thinking about this while I was watching other people post their videos, was that pretty much I started writing letters when internet wasn't even popular for, the everyday person. Personal computers, Commodore 64 had not come out yet. So I thought about that, because when I wrote letters, I usually wrote 10 pages easy. So not only was I expressive in the way I journaled or wrote letters, I thought about that, but of course I don't have the letters. I actually sent them to the people that I was addressing at the time, and plus I was a teenager, so, and that's probably no excuse. I saw one person, it was so funny, I'd have to post it down below, but she was hilarious in her post. She has 60 journals. I was like, I have about 10. And actually I was thinking about this one that I created about in 2014. So I started actually journaling 1 page per day. So when I go on retreat, this is what I usually use, and I could count on 2 hands how many I have. So I'm still doing a cleanup, so you might hear more, but pretty much let's say 10. Question number 2, how many pages do you have left? A lot. I haven't even started filling this up yet. But I remember another journal that actually sparked my interest in returning to the journal field. So I had one journal gifted to me at least it had to be before 2014, and I started journaling at least 1 page per day, so that's older. That's still within the number 10, but I haven't found it yet. Number 3, what's your favorite journal? It has to be the Moleskine Evernote Cahier. I love the paper texture, and the size of it is really good for carrying around and about. The only issue is that when certain pens, like I use, what's that pen I use? It's not just the Uniball Signal, but the Pilot G2, which is my favorite. I use the Pilot G2. You have to leave it open for at least a good 10-15 minutes before you close it, or have a paper blotter. It will smear, but the quality of paper is excellent. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. How long have you been journaling? Like I mentioned before, I've been writing letters since I was a teenager, so it has to be close to 30 years now. What does your first diary look like? I don't even have a diary. I didn't do diaries. I just wrote in notebooks, and pretty much as my style changed over the years, of course, the notebooks. So I never really had a formal quote-unquote diary, but I had notebooks over the years. How do I date my entries? I pretty much write the month, the date, and the year. That comes from a lot of note taking at school. You know, that's pretty much how you head up your paper. You know, so then you break from the former date or the former style of writing that you wrote previously in order to separate your notes. Let me take a drink. Man. Okay. The next question is, show us a glimpse of your handwriting. Here's a group that I started, Sisters of the One Scribe. So that's a sample of my handwriting. Sorry I couldn't show it to you in a journal. It's way on the other side of the room. Okay, so next question is, do you ever rip out your pages? It's rare that I ever rip out any pages, but when I have the field notes, which I want to start art journaling, it intentionally has perforated pages, so I decided to make a note out of it. So I tore it out, but normally I don't tear out pages. Even if I mess them up, I'll glue them together so that they flip over, but I like to keep my stuff intact. Next question is, what do you usually write about? With Sisters of the One Scribe, I wrote about like my experience in the Caribbean, and then I like to write about personal things, of course, and also some ideas that I want to share with other people. You know, eventually I do want to write a book, so it's more a non-fictional kind of genre. So I'm excited about that, but that's going to be a little bit. But the books are going to help me focus on my character building as well as my storyline. Last question I think is, what inspired me to write in the beginning? I have always, like I mentioned before, liked writing, and it's been therapeutic. So for me, it's a form of therapy. You know, video blogging is not therapeutic for me because I don't like getting in front of the camera. It's a setup is like drama for whatever. So setup for me is not all that great when you just can grab a pen and paper, write a letter to someone, dictate your thoughts in a notebook. I call it a brain dump, which is you get all the thoughts out, you know, flush them out, so that pretty much you're left not just empty, but the expression is there and you have an idea of where you want to mold and shape what you want to do next. So I want to thank you for watching my journal tag. I tagged Nicole of helpmamaremote.com and also Hope of My Life Full of Hope, since they started this whole what do I like about my place that I plan in. So I tag you guys. Hope, congratulations on your new job. I hope things are going a lot more smoother. And Nicole, you know, I'll talk to you later. Take care, everybody.